Mark, is that the best Carlisle performance under your stewardship so far?
Yeah, it's up there. Obviously we started off in the correct manner. I think that was important, and we talked about that before the game. We felt obviously everybody was on a quick turnaround, and we had the benefit of having a really good performance at the weekend, and 3 points already in the bag and the opportunity to get back-to-back wins, which has been difficult for us over the last couple of years, and that was an opportunity we wanted to take today, so we're able to do that quite comfortably. So really good weekend for everybody.
Very briefly, let's look back at the weekend. Frankie said he was in communication with yourself. How pleased were you with him and everyone else?
Yeah, he did a great job at the weekend. Really pleased. Obviously we'd done the work leading into the game. That didn't really change because I was still here up to the time they jumped on the train. I think they went about 10 to 1 and I was on the 12 minutes past 1 just after them. So all the work had been done leading into the game. Obviously we had a couple of decisions more out of the game. Like Embo, we were hoping that he would be able to come through on the game, but unfortunately he wasn't able to take part. So we just made a change in regards to that. But good performance. I watched the game, was able to watch the first half live. Thought they played really well in that first half. Second half, by all accounts, a little bit more of a struggle, but the important thing was to get the 3 points, and that led into the game today. Lots of momentum in our play at the moment, and started really well and won the game comfortably, thankfully.
It's really important on a personal level that you're able to trust Frankie and the rest of the guys to take on a game like that.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. I mean, both the guys got massive of experience, and I knew the team was in good hands. We work very closely together anyway, so they understand what my expectation would be in terms of the game itself. So there's never any danger that I felt that we're at risk of not making correct decisions in a game like that, because I trust them implicitly.
I'd be asking the obvious question here, but what impressed you the most from today's performance?
I just think it was the way we started. It was really important that we started on the front foot. It's not easy. The amount of travelling ourselves are doing and everybody else, obviously they came up and on a quick turnaround. We felt if we started strongly, then that might catch them out, and that was the case really. Once we got to 3-0, the game was effectively over. The only slight doubt we had in our mind was just in case they go back at 2-2. We were in at half-time thinking that we should have been 3-4 goals to the good. We weren't, so 2-0 isn't an easy lead to protect sometimes, so I think it was important that they got the message that we need to be positive and get the next goal, which we did very quickly. So after that, once we got to 3-0, it was game over.
Rean Lenny's first hat-trick for Carlisle United. How did you find that?
Excellent. The first goal was an outstanding goal, great finish. That's his party piece. He loves coming in on off the left onto his right foot, and as soon as he strikes any kind of ball towards the target in those areas, you expect it to hit the back of the net. So pleased I was able to keep him on really to get the hat-trick, because I was contemplating just before the third to take him off, because we need to protect him. He's coming to a club that's bigger than he's been at in previous spells at clubs, and that's no disrespect to where he's been prior to this, but this is a club and a demand on him that at the moment he's enjoying that expectation. So he's a good player. He'll score more goals this year.
Just looking back at that first goal, we've already spoke about the relationships he's built with Luke, with Georgie up the front end of the pitch, but Wernie seemed to have a real understanding of just leaving that ball. And
well, we know if we get him in good areas, then he's one of those strikers that invariably gets 5 or 6 shots on goal, and that's a good percentage. If you strike it, if you get 4 or 5 strikes on goal, then you usually my percentage was that I always felt if I got 4 or 5 strikes, then at least one of them would be on target and possibly score. So I think his percentage is higher at the moment. He's getting shots off, has the ability just to quicken his pace and get away from people, and that allows him to time and space to get shots towards the goal, and at the moment they're flying in.
Jack Ellis capping off another great display with the goal as well, great for him.
Yeah, he's doing exceptionally well. Really, really pleased for him. His level's good at the moment. I like him in most midfield areas. He's got a lot of qualities that lend themselves to the position I'm playing him at. Getting goals is a bonus, really, but I know he enjoyed that one.
Do you almost see him mostly as a midfielder now, or are you still got almost?
I think certainly for the time being, I think he's doing more than enough to warrant a place in those areas. We've got good variation in terms of the type of players I can pick in there. So yeah, I've got good combinations, and if I feel we need to change things around, then I've got different players that can play different types of games. So yeah, good creativity in there, but we've got a little bit of solidity as well if we need it.
How are the lads feeling generally, after 2 games in 3 days?
Yeah, they're creaking a little bit, but I don't think we saw any dip in terms of our energy level right to the last 98th minute or whatever it was. Yeah, we were still going strong, still pushing for more goals, and that shows that we look a good outfit at the moment. Lots of confidence, good fitness levels, guys that can get around the pitch and affect the opposition.
And finally, looking towards next weekend at Sutton, how do you guard against almost complacency after such an emphatic result?
We're not going to have any of that. We know what the challenge is this year. We want to get out of this league as quickly as we can. So we have to maintain our levels and make sure we're consistent over a long period. We've had a good start and we're pleased with that. That was important for us in the new league, and a league that will test us, I'm sure, as it progresses. But at the moment, we're coping pretty well with everything it's throwing at us.